How's it going? Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Not years with an S at the end. Just Happy New Year. All right. Yeah. So guess what? We're going to be doing the... let me fix that blue camera. It looks kind of messed up. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to do a donation to start off the show to Texas EquuSearch. All right. Trying to get the crap off my screen here. It's too much. Everything got moved out of the right spot. Yeah, so I'm gonna donate $400 to Texas EquuSearch. But I was thinking, if you guys donate $100 right now, I'll add that to it, which means I'll be paying another $30 since Super Chat takes 30%. And if you guys do it like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and we make it all the way up to... Okay, there's 5. There we go. Thank you. There we go. 10. 13. Excellent. Maybe I'll give it 10 minutes here.
First
I guess whatever it
donation
is.
Of the show, grinning face with big eyes.
Hey, thanks. Heather Graham, Barbara Smith, Amy, and Paisley Dreams. Oh, and then Cairo. Looks like on, is that PayPal? Excellent. Yeah, what are we at right now? I don't have the thing that has the total. You guys are awesome. Let's see, what are we at? 5, 10. Well, somebody do the math in there. You guys are awesome. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 23, 38, 42, 47, 51-ish, 61, 71, and Cairo did 20, 91. Well, hell, we just need like 10 more. Now, there you go. There is another one. 5. There we go. Although A is only like, it's like 3, right? Okay, there we go. You guys are awesome. All right, so now we're going to do, that was like the quickest thing I've ever seen, but now we're going to be doing $500. Okay? Maybe that other money will help pay the other 30%. Oh man, you guys are awesome. All right, so this will be our biggest donation ever, but 500, that should make be some good help. Look at that! Hey, wow, I'm gonna have to blast through these and thank everybody. You guys are so generous.
Love you.
It's amazing. Excellent. Okay. Well, here we go. We're going to go to Texas EquuSearch here. So thank all of you for adding to it. Oh, wait, I got to be on a different screen, and then you guys can see it. Oh man, they're fighting again. I think it's spelled like that. Hey, thanks, Rachel Wayne. So I might have to move off the screen when if I have to type in a password or something. So hold on, let me just make sure. Okay. Yeah! That feels good to be able to put that in there. Donate with PayPal. Okay, I gotta type in my password over here. And then all the rest will help for next month. Okay. So there you go. There is the amount. And now I'm hitting the donate now button. Hey, thank you guys. And boom! Haha! The Freak family donated 500 smackers to Texas EquuSearch. And
love your show.
Man, you guys are insane. You guys are awesome. That was unbelievable. Boom! All right, so I'm sure that's a figure that they can use. It's going to be on my next year's taxes. So I'm sort of wondering if I should add it to the 2001 totals. I mean, excuse me, 2020. Jesus, 2001. Man, what year am I? I'm stuck back way... The other night I said something crazy too. But yeah, the 2020 totals. What do you think? I mean, I know that's part of last year, but last year we... Let me see, how would this work? I think I almost need to switch it to where I donate on the 31st of every month. Because I realize that now I can't put this in last year's. I know, 2001, right? Just... Hey, thanks, Ohio Italian lady and Goldie K. And man, I'm gonna have to zip through all these. You guys are amazing. Heather Graham, Cairo, Barbara Smith, Amy, Paisley Dreams, Rachel, The Medicine, Curious Georgia, Sabrina Rodriguez, Madonna, Shazzy D, Claudia Neubauer, Danielle, A. Malloy, Marette Sky, Wombat Dundee, Kelly78, Ohio Italian Lady, Jamie Lynn, Logical Contradiction, Lisa Bevan, JoJo, Goldie K. I think I should maybe try that every once in a while, at the end of the month or the beginning of the month and add to it, you know? If damn YouTube didn't take such a high percentage, we could give more. Thanks, Lisa Bevan. Get your save robbery merchandise now. What the hell are you talking about? Oh boy. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's excellent. So what do you guys think? Should I add that to 2020, or like that's our first donation of the year and then we start, and then it almost feels like then I should switch over to the last day of the month for January. So January will be this way bigger. So probably, normally we do 200 or 300 or something, right? So at the end of January, we'll do another, and then I'll start switching over to like the last day of the month. That way it'll be on the taxes of the year before. I mean the year that you're on, because what happened just now is this donation goes on to the 2020 taxes. Almost said 2001 again. 2020. Shit. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, man, that'll feed a few horses. I know they do more than horses. Is this still just like there's this lineup and it's you guys donated so fast that it's now just sort of a backlog of the dancing? And by the way, I drove back out to the Allison Watterson location again. Definitely have some things wrong. What was great was when I got back today, I talked to somebody that is in the know. And then another person, amazing, like somebody that actually does a route, a delivery route of some sort. And I mean, it was pretty crazy. So I do have that information. Oogla Boogla, Dennis Stewart. Okay, you guys ready? I think I should get right on. Hey, thanks for joining the Freak family, Laura Lee Lee. Laura Lee Lee. Now you have access to the emoticons. Or emojis, whatever the hell they call them. Well, I don't know. I don't remember. I think I got an email. I got emails, but I got the same email from somebody else. Right. Let's see. Wow. Well, Julie sent me a PayPal that I didn't even see that covered that whole damn thing. So, definitely, we got next month started off, or the end of the month started really well. Okay, and here is the receipt from Texas EquuSearch. Okay, so just let you know, you got to cross all your T's and dot your I's on social media, or people won't believe you. Mainly because they don't do it, so they'll be like, "Oh, well, nobody's doing it then." Yeah, somebody else sent me the Cheryl Coker stuff earlier. Yeah. I mean, believe it or not, I get like the same emails, the same links sent to me by like 30 people. Not 30, but you know, like 4 people will send me the same link. Yeah, I got that one too, because the guy that called the medicine, Eric E, I think is his name. He sent it to me already. Yeah. So even your document was sent before. And no, you are that guy. Okay, you are that guy. Yeah, you sent it to me twice then. That's right. That's your name of your channel, I guess. Yeah, excellent. Man, you guys are amazing. Okay, so now we are saving up to for another donation at the end of the month. And then we'll start doing it at the end of the month from now on. I think it's just better.
Great way to start 2020, freaks.
Yep, yeah, I've got it downloaded. Definitely won't be covering it right now, though. I gotta look at it, see what's going on, wade through. There's just a bunch of repetitive crap. They always have that in those documents. The affiant said, you know, it's like 40,000 pages of repetitive stuff. Okay. So there you go. And let's move on to the... well, should I just start off with the drive out there again? I mean, I have the video. Hold on. Hey, thanks, Barbara Smith.
We love the freak leader.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Alright.
Heading back out.
Heading back
I was hoping I had my little drone with me, but then it started raining again.
Allison Watterson.
Yeah, I'm already pulled off the free highway there.
Okay. Except I'm going to go to that location.
I'm glad GoPro doesn't have
Was
in furtherance of a business.
try and actually speak to someone.
Kind of a weird
I'd
rule
really
is
like
that
to
anyway?
hear how they were when they arrived at the house. Okay, so that's where I am headed right now. Anyways, yeah, that was.
So a lot of the,
that was
some of
fun
the
outside
stuff
anyway.
I have in here is
Sorry,
not accurate.
My rapping probably
It was accurate based on what was given to us, but then I heard from somebody else, and
you guys always make me feel so.
I got a
good
little bit
about
more
this,
accurate
but,
information.
I'm a human too, and I've made errors, mistakes, tons and tons and tons of mistakes in my personal life, in my relationships. I am a human after all.
Yeah.
But I try my hardest to get accurate information in these cases that we cover, and it's a passion of mine, obviously. So right now I'm heading out.
I am a human. It's weird. I make mistakes just like everybody else. Screw up.
Yeah, and the thing is all we can do is, like I said, we're humans, we make mistakes, and what we do then is move forward and try to be better as we move on. Okay, right now I am just about to get on to Northwest Old.
Yeah, I got to get this microphone
You guys probably recognize this from
that you can connect to it,
videos,
to the GoPro.
or at least one video. So here we go.
Chloe's a terror, man, I tell you.
This whole area has probably been searched. I imagine.
Yeah, the only
Every
reason...
single person in the area has checked their sheds,
Oh yeah.
so forth.
All I can say is if you're having streaming issues, people keep saying, "Oh, it's only on your channel. It's only on your channel." Well, the thing is if it's not buffering on everybody's channel at the same time, then that right there means it's on your end. Okay? Okay, so that means you need to do something. I stream at a really high quality resolution. Okay, so you can, in the gear below the video, you can actually change it to a way lower setting, which requires much less bandwidth to watch the video. Okay. Yeah, it isn't just gray. What does that mean? I don't get it. Let's see. Right. I don't know what... I don't know. I thought you guys were referring to bandwidth, like somebody who said lower the setting. Oh yeah, Audra said that. Okay. I don't know what Robert Sanders is talking about, but yeah, he's got to fix his end. It's not mine.
What's weird to me is, see, here's the thing. The boyfriend, Ben, he made it to that vehicle that was about 2 miles from where they were last seen, and he slept overnight.
Yeah, I've got information on that too.
So
Like everything's all
something happened to her
more
during
clarified
that
right
night
now.
involving him. Well, he must have left her somewhere and then slept in that vehicle. And then maybe is it possible that when he came back later with his father, they did something with her, then called and reported her missing, and then had him out there as if he was searching, and he had to bite the bullet on the stolen vehicle portion. Okay? But it's also possible that he's telling the truth, I guess, because he literally was still out there in the morning. And maybe they did get separated. Maybe they were doing drugs of some sort, got separated, and then she wandered off. And it's, you got a couple scenarios. She wandered off somewhere quite far away. I don't know why you would do that with so many houses around. But, or somebody offered her a ride, and that person was a nefarious person, or had nefarious intentions. Okay? You know, just random. That kind of stuff does actually happen.
Okay, well, let me, I'll stop it here in a minute.
Opportunists. They see somebody and boom. Now, it'd be bizarre out here, but it's still possible, just not that likely. Okay, so right now, this is the area that you're looking at that I flew the drone the other day. And apparently that's where he was sleeping.
Well, see, that part's true. Here's the thing, what I learned today was this. It's pretty weird, but he slept in here for a while. He slept in the, like, I guess they're called brambles or whatever. He slept right here, just like off the side of the road, right there. Okay? But then he went and got into a vehicle and parked, you know, see this house back there? Right back there? He went and found a truck there that had the door unlocked and got in that vehicle. Okay? So that definitely, you know, that's a little different. Okay? This is where I had before that he slept in one of these vehicles on this property here. But apparently now he slept right here off the side of the road and then made his way up into this area and got into, you know, either one of these homes. I don't know. I think it might be this one right here, though. And got into a vehicle here, and then at 7:30 a.m., the owner of that house drove him back to Hillsboro. Okay? Are you guys following along here, or are we still talking about the buffering? Just figure it out, Robert. All right, we're trying to do a show here. Okay, so here we go. We've got this 7:30. He gets driven to. I mean, it's bizarre in a way, right? You find somebody sleeping in your vehicle, and you go, "Hey, you want to ride?" I mean, I guess he didn't break the window or anything, but it's still strange. Okay, and so at that point, he was driven to Hillsboro, but think about that, like they were seen the day before, and then he literally, like 20 hours later, he's sleeping in a car like a couple miles away from where he was seen. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the video here.
Killers out there are opportunists. They see somebody and boom. Now, it'd be bizarre.
Well, because it was probably late at night and he just wanted to go to sleep.
It's still possible, just not that likely.
I don't know. I think he was on drugs.
So right now, this is the area that you're looking at that I flew the drone the other day. And apparently that's where he was sleeping in one of the vehicles out here.
Yeah, but again, he didn't tell the homeowner anything about, hey, my girlfriend's missing. That's weird.
To the location that apparently the last
those are signs. There's posters all over the place of her face.
Yeah, and it looks like there's people who have put up posters out here.
Yeah, unless you're on drugs, Lisa. See, that's the thing is when you're on drugs, you're just
the key to this whole
at some point you just want to curl up, you know.
The boyfriend, Dan.
You've been drunk, right?
He knows exactly
it's hard to
what happened, and if they did get separated, he knows everything up until that moment as well. Okay, now this I believe is actually just north. It's not Old Pumpkin Ridge Road. It's just Pumpkin Ridge Road.
I stayed in my lane most of the time this time, everybody.
We got a mile or so before we get to that location. 1.8 miles from there.
Okay. So the location where I thought the call was made isn't the right spot. It's close, though. So, but I didn't know that till after I got back home. So.
For my GoPro camera, an actual lavalier mic. So it might be a little clearer if I do this again for other cases. I was thinking of maybe doing the Chiron Harmon case.
Yeah, we got to do the Kyron Horman case. I definitely have some other people I might be able to talk to on this one.
Pretty soon I'm passing, actually, right, no, that's not. Pretty soon I'll be passing that that house that I stopped that had the app.
Okay, that ends that clip.
That had the large German Shepherd.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like she was.
Yeah, that's right there. I just walked by it. I think the guy was even outside. So getting pretty close to about 1 minute drive, 0.8 miles.
Your uncle called you a rat?
Apparently, where they were last spotted. And this is based on the information provided by a search and rescue person.
I don't think anybody's searching for.
Yeah, you can see there's Allison Watterson's posters on.
I mean, I think family members are looking.
Telephone.
But they're sort of out of. You know, they don't have anywhere else to look, unless it's just totally random, right? You're just. I might actually go out there though with the person that I spoke to.
My uncle called me a rat. You are my hero. See no evil monkey clown face.
I drive around. Got 0.3 miles to go.
Wow, you were cleaning a deer meat, huh?
Yeah, so that is a barn. That's what it looked like from above. Didn't really look like a house.
See, that's the building that I originally had.
I'm late, lol. I've been cleaning a deer that was given to me. Happy New Year, everyone. Love, Red Hearty Grey and Freak. So I'm a member now. Starstruck, smiling face with heart eyes, partying face.
All right. Thanks, Melissa. Okay. So you got this building here that's pretty much a shed, and then there's a mansion back here. So I thought maybe that's where they went, because this right here is just a house being built. So I actually drove down here, as you'll see, and then it turns out where it's a locked gate.
You can see it right there. It looks like they're building a house around the corner, but man, it's like a freaking mansion. The one in the background.
Yeah, I've got, look at, here's green health on the stream.
That's right here. Okay, so this is the, hold on a second. That's actually the barn right there, and apparently this is just some big driveway right here.
See, this is before when I didn't realize this isn't really
right down
the
here,
spot.
I don't know. I mean, I can see.
But look at this house back here, man.
Walk through all of this area. Oh, it's
this one back there that you can't see right now, but
oops, I can't do that. So that is a walk around the fence there. Let me see if I can pull up to an area where I can actually get the camera on it.
See, this is at the time that's the only house that's back there, but it's right there.
This
so it's a huge mansion way over there.
So there's the barn there, and then way back there is.
So that was just a general location that was on that searcher's map.
Massive house.
And what I was told, it isn't that spot, but it's a house right near there. Okay, so I'm thinking it's one of these three right here instead. That makes a little bit more sense too. I don't think anybody's gonna walk way down here and go to some huge mansion. I think it's one of these three houses, you know, right in this area. So I just put it right there, and it turns out that call was at 10:30, not 12. Okay. Now look at this. Right when I turned left here,
so they were here.
I actually turned left. I didn't go back where I was going.
Above here was where they said to start. So you kind of wonder if there was, you know, maybe the vehicle
So right around here is where they said to start
right
searching.
Here, or they just moved it back.
But then I saw this
bit
weird road off to
get
the
a
side.
Start into it. But maybe the vehicle was found up here. Let me go up this road.
Dead end.
There's a
Yeah.
dead end area here.
That's usually a place somebody would.
Place if you were actually going to put a body would be up a dead end like a road that is out in the.
It gets kind of creepy now. I mean, this area is really creepy looking. Yeah, it's 10:30 in the morning, not noon.
Mildly interesting.
I mean, look at this stuff. Like, look at this right here.
Look at these old,
I mean,
an old boat and an old wrecked. Wow.
Believe it or not, I actually get out of my vehicle and put the camera inside up above my head into the window of that
Kind of
boat.
spooky.
You know, it's spooky just to even see what the hell was in it. What the hell is this?
Over here.
Oh, good night. Outside with Kim.
This is some really kind of creepy looking
Gilligan, little buddy.
landscape here. Really. I wonder if anybody checked inside this boat over here.
And there's so many of these things, though. I thought, okay, they're all over the place. Abandoned vehicles, abandoned. It's just,
Look at that.
It's ridiculous. Look at this crazy old boat right here. Man, wouldn't that be spooky as hell if when I put the camera up there, there's a body in there? Oh my god.
Yeah, man, who knows?
And I feel like I'm in the Blair Witch Project.
And there's
all of a
also this
sudden.
broken down.
I decided not to
massive
go
tree
into
trunk
that
over
thing. It just looked too spooky.
Like, look at this broken down camper right here. Weird. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, imagine somebody, if they peered their head up and went, boom, like right then. Oh my god. I was proud how quickly I got that GoPro right back up on its mount. Do you see that? That was like...
Jeez. And I don't see any. It would have been hard to get a body inside that camper without leaving marks on the door. I don't really see anything like that.
Okay,
See
now,
that?
now it switches.
Look at a deer right there.
Oh yeah, look at that. See, there was a deer running around. A doe.
There it is.
That's right, more meat.
So this is down the road where it said dead end.
See, look how just kind of creepy this whole area is. Look at it, like just broken down, just vehicles all over the place that are busted up. Just, although you know what's weird is it actually ends up at a
This is the
frisbee golf park,
wow, what a
which I
creepy
thought,
road
wow.
This is it's winding down.
So you go down this crazy road, and at the end there's a frisbee
Crazy
golf
area,
course.
Not too far from where they said to start the searching. Could she have gone this way, maybe? All the way down here, somewhere. I doubt it. Apparently, though, this is a dead end.
Yeah, everybody I've talked to talked about how the whole area is a little bit. Most of the residents don't like police and that kind of thing. See, look at right there to the left there.
Abandoned.
Look at that,
boats
just
and whatnot.
more, just.
See that? Look at that.
I mean, those aren't just sort of boats on. They're just totally abandoned with stuff growing on them.
is where it's good to have a Subaru.
Hear that, everybody? Ooh, a Subaru.
It looks like there's a park actually down here. People are playing frisbee golf right over there.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, huh?
That's strange. This
I
is
do have a
dead
body
end
cam.
where maybe it ends like at this area where there's a.
But I don't need it right now because I'm driving my car.
Need both.
Makes
need
sense.
a body cam. Love to the freak
That
fam.
sucks if
See
you
no
want that.
evil monkey winking face with tongue there clown face.
Put a sign now that says that.
I think I need one on my head and body and, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit
Like,
spooky
this
by
is like a
yourself
place
out
that you
there.
pay to play frisbee golf or something. Wow. A lake fishing trout house picnic area.
Yeah, how would you even know this golf place existed? That road that I turned down that said dead end? Like, was it just locals know about it? It's a GoPro Hero 7. They actually have like a built-in image stabilizer,
It's
almost like a
probably
gimbal.
private property.
I guess the Hero 8 even has a
It's
much
not-
better
probably
one
not
than
a
this.
public Park.
But I don't know how you can actually beat this stuff.
Even though the public can use it.
You could be on a really
on
bumpy
private
road and it
property.
doesn't shake. It's crazy.
It's actually a golf, frisbee golf.
I showed you guys that in the Fretwell
So that's
case when I drove
dead
down
end
that bumpy
leads.
road.
And the drive up this road, it's really creepy. As you can see.
You weren't even born yet, Cairo.
I mean, this is the kind of terrain that search and rescue is walking through. Really steep, thick terrain like this.
Yeah.
I wonder if they looked in this area though. Because it's just north of where they said to start searching on that map. You know?
Yeah, I'm getting out of Dodge now. It did say 10 miles an hour, gray.
Oh, there's that deer again. The doe, which is a deer, a female deer. Wait, that sounds like a song. What was that? Can't remember.
Yeah, it's not like there's a sign that says Frisbee golf this way.
Yeah. So look at that, straight ahead in the background.
Oh yeah, who's in here
That
that's a friend of the
is
missing girl?
mansion that is past the locked gate that is on the property where apparently the last phone call was made. So maybe that was, I mean, it's possible that maybe that was his phone and it pinged.
Oh yeah?
there.
What is she saying?
But it sounds
I'm
like
not
they went to
paying
a
attention.
house
Watching the video.
and made a call. So
A
wow,
friend
the only
of the
house that
missing
was open
girl
was
is
that
in the
mansion
chat
over
room.
there. I mean, that would be it. The other house is being built. Then there's a mansion in the background.
Yeah, well, what we're doing, Alicia, on this channel is what we do is we take all the facts that are at least known out there, and then we try to speculate reasonably on that information. And in this case, there just isn't really enough information to make a very educated guess, but I think drugs almost certainly have to be involved on Ben's side based on his activities and actions. Okay? I mean, there's almost no doubt in my mind. Yeah, you don't need to call in. Yeah. But we're going to do the show the way we want to, though. You know what I mean? That's how we do it. It works. We actually figure shit out on this channel.
Really, it is pretty out here. There's a lot of nice views. Everything's kind of on a hill. You know, if you build it up a little bit, you'd have just a great view. Hell, I get up in the morning, fly my drone around. I think I'm getting...
You know what? I'm actually going to rewind it now, because now I'm going to go... I'm going to... Let's see. When do we turn off that? Yeah, I think up here we need to... Okay, so I'm going to go back over, and today what I figured out is a whole different timeline deal. Okay? And it makes way more sense. Okay, so the person I talked to, there's two people. I'm not going to say who they were. One of them is a deliverer. You know, they deliver things. And that person actually saw both of them walking, and saw them at a particular house, and then saw them again after they made a couple deliveries walking on the street, and has the exact times and everything. Okay, so here we go. At 10:30 a.m. the call came in from over in this area. 10:30 is different than the 12. This information came from a different person. Okay, the one that was driving and delivering, listen to that. At 11:05 to 11:10 they were seen right here talking to a resident of this house. And it makes sense, right? Because up here is 10:30. And then right here is 11:05 to 11:10. And then she spotted them walking on the road right here as she passed them after making the deliveries up there at 11:25 and 11:30, right in that area right there. And she really, let me see what I can read here. She said the boyfriend looked out of place. Instead of calling the sheriff when I normally see... there's no new information on Cheryl Coker, by the way, everybody. So, you know, if you're really excited about Cheryl Coker, it's just sort of an article trying to keep it in the news by People magazine. The boyfriend was out of place instead of calling the sheriff. What she said was the boyfriend was out of place. Instead of calling the sheriff like she normally does, she didn't call because it was the holidays and she didn't want to be judgy. So she didn't call, even though that guy seemed to be out of place. And she said that to her they didn't look muddy, and she said, but I was also driving, and him turning around and looking at me was scary. So what happened was she was driving, and when she almost got to them, he turned around and looked at her. Let's see, what did she say to begin with? She says, I was out delivering. I know the area well, as I've delivered out there for a while. I know a lot of the people, and some I don't care to deliver to. See, that's another indication, like, whoa, there's some weirdos out there. I've reported everything to the sheriff with addresses. I saw them talking to people along with walking on the road and times. Okay, so I didn't really know what she was saying, so I had her verify that. And what she said was, I saw them at the house next door to the same driveway as, and then gave me an address. They were outside talking to the residents. That was around 11:05 on the 22nd. After my after she did some deliveries, I saw them walking down Pumpkin Ridge on the same side of the road I was on. So this is Pumpkin Ridge Road right here. She's driving down it, and they were walking on the same side of the road that she was on, and she was going down the hill. So she was going this direction, and they were on this side walking. They stopped, turned around, and looked at me. He was scary looking out, and he looked out of place. And then she gave the address of that location, and so I'm able to pinpoint that area. What she said was, when he turned around and looked at her, she immediately thought, "Oh my God, this guy's a demon." I mean, isn't it? I mean, it's crazy because she even told a friend how scary the guy looked later when she got home. She called somebody up to tell them that. Just, I mean, imagine how freaky somebody would have to look for you to be on a route and then going home and being like, "Oh my God, this guy, he was so creepy looking." Yeah. She says, "They didn't look muddy and wet to me, but I was also driving and him turning around and looking at me scary. His eyes were dark. He looked not happy. And I told one of my friends that day, I think I saw the devil. Today, while I was out also delivering, I saw her. I saw the devil. Oh yeah, she said, I saw the devil today while I was delivering. And then she said, I saw her with a yellow hoodie on, and also believe she had some kind of light colored beanie cap on. So that might have been in the backpack. And apparently they went out together on Friday, and hence the backpack. Like she was just going to hang out with him, right? So, you know, you have the whole weekend, and then the 22nd, I think is, what is that, a Monday? Let me go back a month. Yeah, 22nd was Sunday, right? So Friday's when she took off. So of course she has a backpack now. See, that makes sense. And that was something else that was explained to me. So the information we have now is that at 10:30 right there, this feels really good, this information. And then 11:25 here, it was right, let me get, I think I'm upside down, there you go. 10:30 there, 11:05 here, and then 11:25 there. And then they just kind of disappeared. But what's weird is somebody on Facebook is posting that, oh yeah, I'm the house that they went to, and their stolen vehicle was on my property. Well, that person lives right over here. Okay, so maybe there's a reason that they got muddy, but I don't know why they were up here, though. It just, some stuff is just so confusing here. Right? A guy that lives right here claims that this is where the stolen truck was. I looked his name up. And there he was. He lives right there. Then on the 23rd in the morning, they find Ben, I guess, was sleeping in a truck on this property, but had been sleeping on the side of the road right there as well. And apparently they also found a shirt or a jacket of some sort in this location. Or maybe, I think, maybe it was this one. One of these two locations, they found a jacket. And so maybe they're assuming that's hers. But crazy, huh? Well, that's where we're at right now. So let me just play the final clip here. I guess what we can do is look at the spots when we're driving down.
There's a lot of construction being done out here. A lot of people are building homes. Really, it is pretty out here. There's a lot of nice views. Everything's kind of on a hill. You know, if you build it up a little bit, you'd have just a great view. Hell, I get up in the morning, fly my...
Yeah, let me go back to the... Is it that one?
See it. Oh, look at a deer right.
Okay, so I just get back out on the road. Let's see. So if I just pass that house, it would be this quick turn here. I didn't see that though. Okay, I'm coming up, and then I get back on the main road right there. And then there's the little shed on the right. Probably right at that mailbox right there, yeah. So if you take a left right at that mailbox, it ends up where I think that last call was made.
The house is being built. Then there's a mansion in the background.
So right now I'm probably on this long straightaway, and it'll start turning to the right.
See it.
Oh,
look
man.
at a deer right there.
Or did it just
That
run
is
out
on
right
the
there?
property.
Okay. It ran out right there. So now it starts up a new tip. It should be a long straightaway where it starts veering to the right. Right here. Yeah. It's on the left. And then a straightaway. And then just
There's
as it
a
turns
lot
to
of
the right, it's
construction being
going
done
to be
out
right there.
A lot of people are building.
Okay, so it's going to be on a straightaway. Right when it turns right, you'll
Really,
be right
just
where
pretty.
they
A
were
lot of
seen.
Nice views. Everything's kind of on a
Okay, right.
You know, if you build it up a little bit, you'd have
Hold
a
on,
great view.
right
Hell,
there.
in the morning.
Okay. Okay, so right in this
Daisy
area.
the Husky is listening to you.
This-
Detective Dog face with tears of joy.
Thanks, Sean Beecham. So right in this area, this is around 11:05. They were seen talking to somebody at one of these houses right here, right? And then it's going to go forward and start turning to the left, right there, okay? And then this is about where she was driving, and they were just walking on the side of the road right there, and looked back at her with the demon eyes. All right. So, anyways, that's it, everybody. That's it for the update on this case. I mean, I do drive for a while.
You know, there's so many mushroom
You guys
hunters
wanna
that
listen
find
to
bodies that you kind of want them to be aware of what not to do. So let's just say for some reason she walked and walked and walked without stopping at numerous houses that would have lights on. She could have walked miles and miles away, and they wouldn't have searched those areas. So hopefully they have hunters on the lookout, and you know that includes mushroom hunters as well. They seem to always be out in the woods looking around in all kinds of crazy places where bodies are found by mushroom hunters and hunters all the time. They should actually require mushroom hunters to take like a forensic test or something. There's so many mushroom hunters that find bodies that you kind of want them to be aware of what not to do.
Right? Come on, man. That'd be weird. Mushroom hunters are all required to take forensic classes.
Northwest Old Pumpkin Ridge Road. And right now I'm right back at the property that had the...
Okay, so that's where he was sleeping right there on the right. And then I think where I turn around up here, just so you guys can see how many vehicles, this is where apparently... Yeah, I turned around and everything. It's like... Right where I turned around was where...
Okay.
So he was sleeping right there, basically.
This is what you can see from Google Earth, all these different... see all the cars right there? Could have slept in any one of those. We don't know.
Yeah, so that's when I didn't know the answer to that question.
After hearing what the delivery person said, the boyfriend seems super
They
sketchy.
went down at least...
Yeah. Especially
gone
since he
down
didn't even tell anybody
Pumpkin Ridge Road, and then
when he got the
veered
ride
off
home.
onto Old
He didn't even say anything.
Northwest Pumpkin Ridge Road. And then on that property, and that's where somehow he got down there and slept in one of those cars.
But he didn't.
So the path would be that they went down, at least he did.
I'm trying to find that.
Well, what were they doing?
Okay, right
for
there.
All those
That's
hours?
apparently where he was sleeping, right around in there.
And then eventually he goes, oh, I
And
gotta
then-
go to sleep now.
He actually slept in a car up
Something just doesn't
at a
add up. I mean,
house
it's not like he went to
just
bed
to the
the
right of that
day
one.
before.
Like right back there, that one right back there.
Right, so
Okay, so see that gray house back there? I think it's that one back there. Right there.
right, so there's this massive amount of time. The whole 30-hour thing, a little of that is a little dodgy to really, because he was seen in the morning and she wasn't with him. So I would actually focus in on that time. Now, when they went back out, is it possible they moved her body, let's say, if in the case she was killed? Yes, that is possible. But the
Yeah, see my thing is, my key time frame is what was going on, what happened between the time he was last seen walking with her and the time he went sleeping. Not, you know, the other part would be that something already happened to her. He goes home, gets her his dad, and then he and the dad go back out there and perhaps do something. You know, we don't know what time that was, because if he got a ride home at 7:30 in the morning, he may have gotten home by 8 and then said, hey Dad, we got to get out. So they went out there and spent the whole day, you know, manipulating the crime scene, doing something. And then finally at 5:30, when everything was all settled and looked like they could be free and clear, that's when they call in and say, hey, there's a missing person, because they know that everything looks good now. So that's just sort of a theory. There's really, at this point, I think there is more information that I can get in terms of timing and what people have said. I'm waiting to see if I can actually know that information, but I don't know. Okay. And that's about it. I mean, I have another part of the video where I'm just driving out.
But out here, 30 minutes away, it was 26.
Right? So nothing really else going on there, just me rambling. No, there's no Rachel Del Tondo updates. Did you find an update? What made you think that I was looking up at a Rachel Del Tondo update today? Do you have any updates on the Long Island serial killer, real quick? Any updates on Moore Murray? Any updates on Okay, I'm switching off that case right now, though, and we're going to move over to the two people missing in Idaho. Basically what the police said, which, why not? They just said, listen, prove they're still alive, and this will go away. That's all we want to know. Are they alive? And of course, they'll keep investigating the other stuff, right? But that's true. Why don't you just send a picture in with a newspaper clipping of today, and just send it in. And then at least people will know they're still alive. What would be the reason not to do that? The top cop hunting for missing Idaho children has issued a stark warning to their fugitive mother through dailymail.com. Show us proof that the kids are still alive, and this whole thing will go away, said Gary Hagan, Assistant Chief of Police in Rexburg. Rexburg. Yeah. I thought it was Rexburg. This is Daily Mail, right? I mean, it's Rexburg, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, it's Rexburg, Idaho. Is there even a Rexford, Idaho? I mean, that's just, man, that's just classic freaking. There is a Rexford, Idaho? No way. No, it's Rexburg. It even switched over to that. God, what? Come on, Daily Mail. I was trying to use you again, and then you just 2 minutes in, you already can't even get something right. But I think the general gist of this is correct. But he said his force is getting no cooperation from the mother librarian, Lori. Okay, that's not even right either. I'm not even gonna read the rest of this one. It says, but he said his force is getting no cooperation from the mother librarian, Lori Vallow. Well, the librarian was actually Tammy Vallow, the lady that was killed. Unless Lori was a librarian too. Were they both librarians? Man, forget it. Well, just know that they just want proof. That's it. I'm not even going to take another look at Daily Mail right there. Let's see. So here's the DNA Doe Project deal. And I was watching this, and it was interesting when the sheriff guy, I don't even know what his name was, came on and spoke later. Everybody else is really... This guy speaks later, so I was thinking of moving it to there. This is the identification of a body that was found 40 years ago, and the body turns out it was somebody that was murdered in 1916 after escaping from jail. But he was murdered. And see, that is the person I was talking about. She's the co-founder of DNA Doe Project. Margaret Press. Their audio is so low. Can you guys even hear it?
Using genetic genealogy techniques that have been so successful,
Man.
finding biological parents.
To the remarkably preservative working with Gation revealed with some indictment. A suspected is together in 80 and cave not long and
I just want to hear this guy at the end.
Identity of
really kind of allows us to backtrack and look at the case with like through a finer lens as well and learn some things ourselves. We learned a lot.
name and identity of the remain. So on the sheriff's office side of this, we have the name and identity of the remains.
Let me turn down my
The story
music.
pretty
You
much
might be able to
tells
hear it
itself. The case will continually stay opened because we do not know who murdered him or how he was actually murdered. As the case officer in my office was working this case, they came back with the name of Henry B. Lovelace. My chief deputy came to me and said, wow, Bonnie Stoddard, who's here in the crowd today, she actually told me that she thought the subject in the cave was Henry B. Lovelace. So Deputy Clements looked into it. Bonnie has wrote this book right here on page 295. I don't have it on this. 95, 296. Yeah, on page 295, she actually has an article written in this book about the murder of Agnes and about how she was killed and how Mr. Lovelace was arrested and placed into the St. Anthony jail and that he escaped out of there. She also has on page 319, she has a whole article that talks about the remains and when we brought people up into the cave and the investigation as to doing the archaeological digs and everything. which is why I put this book up here, because this book really helped tie in a bunch of the stuff. So once we had the name and we confirmed with the stories in this book, we turned around and we contacted Fremont County Sheriff's Office because we wanted to see
I think
if they
that's
actually
crazy
still had
that
the
they were
arrest
looking in a
records
book.
on Henry Lovelace back in 1916. And it just so happened that as county agencies, we are busy scanning everything over onto microfiche to all our old paper records. And when we called over there, the clerk there said, "Holy cow, I just scanned that 2 days ago." So she was able to get that immediately for us and give us copies of that, which helped tie that in. I also want to make it known that the grandson that I sent Deputy Clements to go do the contact with is 87 years old. So we're looking at a timeline where this had, if the,
I mean, isn't that just an absolute miracle? The lady had just scanned it in, an old article, and that's how just 2 days prior to that, and that's how they were able to, or records actually, just scanned in old records. And yes, and by the way, since there's so many listening right now, tomorrow is when the Scene of the Crime Delphi starts the podcast, and Cairo just put the link in there for the Himalaya.com, and make sure that you guys check it out. It's really important. And it's really good. All right, Chloe? Yeah, I know you agree. I know, I get it. All right.
these fine folks that are sitting here beside me hadn't done such a wonderful job that they had today, another 10, 20 years in now, we might not have been able to have that 100% positive match.
80, I think an 87-year-old
As the sheriff
grandson.
of Clark County, there's been many sheriffs that worked this case. I just am elated that it happened to come about during my last of my terms. But I want these people to know how much I appreciate each and every one of them and all the hard work that they put in. They haven't charged us a dime for all their work that they've done. And that takes a huge thank you, especially for a county like ours. You know, you look back, we became Clark County in 1919, which is 1,764.
Wait, you can already listen to the... I thought it came out tomorrow, so it's already... you can join up and listen? Sweet.
Square miles that Clark County takes in. Prior to that, we were part of Fremont County, which is the reason why he was taken to the St. Anthony jail. But quite a story. The book here has quite a bit of the history in it, which is absolutely amazing.
It would be interesting to get the author on and have her explain it.
And any other questions you have? Yes, we know the grandsons' names. One grandson didn't want to talk with us and did not want to present any type of DNA sample. The other one is a very great guy, willing to meet with us and willing to do everything. No, they do not live in Payson. No, but I can tell you, without their help, we probably wouldn't be here today. So I sure appreciate that family and all that they've done for us too. Any other questions? Okay.
Pretty amazing. All right. Well, they identified... That's what's so amazing about the DNA Doe Project. See, they're a little different than... They take bones and then find... They can somehow extract DNA from bones, even hundreds, 100 years old. I guess they actually identified one of the babies in the Titanic, if you can believe that. Okay. Well, I'm going to move on to another story now. Oh, you remember the story yesterday that we were talking about with the...
All right, new this hour.
Just a second. Let me turn down the music again. The case where that lady was abducted and then the van had chains inside of it. Well, they have the actual body camera, the whole body camera footage here.
Got it. He's in the back. He's in the back. He's in the back. Get out the van! Get out! Get out the van! Get out the van!
Oh my God! Get out of the van!
Go on the ass.
Get out of the van!
Come on, Sean.
Get out of the van!
We're not gonna do that, Sean.
You got to get out of the
Hey,
van!
Happy New Year fishing in the dark.
Get out of the van!
We're not gonna do that.
Get out of the van!
Where's he at? Where's he at?
You must be from Alabama.
He's on top. He's on top. Taser, taser. Keep lethal on him. Keep lethal on him. Come on.
Got him! I got it! Get the dog!
Come on, here, dog. Get out. Keep it going. Keep it going. Where's he at? Give me the hand. Get your hands off. Is he back? Damn. Put him down. Put him down. Give me your phone. Give me this one.
Yeah, keep tasing him. Tase him, tase him, tase him. Yeah, crazy.
You're learning more about a man Brookside police say kidnapped a woman at knife point. Now, police were able to rescue that woman, but it was after a series of dramatic chases.
Yeah, police say this suspect has an
I don't know, Jen, if you watch the
criminal
channel every
history
day, you'd probably know the
involving
answer.
assault and kidnapping. Russell Jones talked with the Brookside police chief earlier this morning, and he joins us in studio with what he told him. And Russell, there's a lot going on here.
There is a lot going on. This was just horrifying. Police Chief Mike Jones says that the woman was kidnapped at knife point and beaten with a tire iron, but thanks to a man's quick actions, police were able to find the woman and bring her to safety. But here's what happened. Brookside police say a man noticed the woman being kidnapped on Brookside-Colberg Road. Now, according to the witness, the suspect, Sean Sanders, this man, was attempting to drag the victim into the woods with the intent to kill her. Now, once the suspect noticed the witness, he put the woman in his van and then took off. Now, the witness then called police. Officers spotted the van near Sharon Heights Baptist Church, tried to pull it over, but the van took off, ramming into one car, then ramming into a police unit, even trying to run over a police officer. Well, the van finally came to a stop after police were able to disable the vehicle. Police then broke into the back door of the van, tased the suspect. Chief Mike Jones said the man who called police saved a life.
The witness who originally reported the kidnapping and who witnessed the kidnapping, that man did a great job. He reported to 911, gave a vehicle description, followed the vehicle, and gave the officers updates as the vehicle was moving towards town, and did a great job at communicating what was going on to the responding officers.
Now, as I spoke to Chief Jones,
See, there you go,
this
Jen
morning,
B.
he
Just
told me
gave
the
you a whole
suspect,
breakdown.
Sean Sanders of Los Angeles, California, is a very dangerous person. He said his van was barricaded with a cage in the back. There was wire cages over the windows. He had a blanket covering the inside of the window to keep anybody from being able to see in. Even the doors were also chained on the inside of the van. So all of this is pretty dramatic, but I did speak to the chief about the victim. He said that the victim is in stable condition at the hospital, but it's going to be a long road to fully recover from this ordeal. Reporting live in studio, Russell Jones, WBRC, Fox 6.
There you go. So that was the police body cams breaking in and rescuing the woman after a Good Samaritan actually saw what happened, got the license plate, called it in, and then they tracked the vehicle down. I know, it's like pure miracle. Like if that person hadn't said anything, she'd probably be dead right now. Yeah, I mean, has he done it before, right? I mean, that's almost sounded like he had it all set up, like he's used it multiple times. They might want to check around and see if anybody else is missing in the area. Yeah, probably. I'm sure that's what the whole point was there, surely. What other reasoning would he have to be doing that? Yeah, Anaya Blanchard, nobody got involved. Oh, they did later. Well, you don't know if there's an evolution, Susanna, at all. I mean, that could be how he built it the first time. Could be, though. Yeah, maybe he's modified it over time to counter mistakes that he thought he made. But yeah, you wouldn't know for sure. That's just speculation. Let's see. Yep. Good that he's off the street. Okay, now there's this other case right now. It seems like there's a serial killer on the loose. Let me get that right there. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So here we go. So this was the original story right
about
here.
A double murder in Baton Rouge.
Double
Police
murder in
have
Baton Rouge.
identified the victims as 53-year-old Christina Fowler and 40-year-old Gregory Cochran. Police say the shooting happened on South 16th Street yesterday afternoon. Authorities say both died from gunshot wounds. The motive and suspect are still unclear.
16th Street.
Call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP if you know more.
So 2 homeless people were just shot. And they were found right here. Now look at this. You can even see that this is a homeless encampment, basically. Look, see, you got couches and a dumpster there. But you can even see more if you go down like this. A different date. See that? There's homeless people here. Oregon has a whole bunch of places like this. In downtown Portland, anyways. One of the joys of Portland. Yeah, but 2 people were shot and killed right there. Just random homeless people, right? And then, gosh, Gray, that's so mean. You called them random homeless people. Woo-hoo! No, I just mean there was probably no rhyme or reason. Right? Okay. So, then let's move on to the more recent story. It's right here.
We do believe that it was incumbent upon us to provide the public.
There was another person killed right in that same area, another homeless person.
That provide services to our homeless community, that there is danger in sleeping outside.
Firm words from the Baton Rouge police chief for our city's most vulnerable. Investigators believe 2 different shootings that left 3 homeless people dead are connected. And we now know the name of the latest victim found just this morning. Lester Doe is here with what we've learned in the last few hours. Lester.
Liz, BRPD says the man who was found shot to death on a porch this morning was Tony Williams. Meanwhile, local
Okay, Tony Williams. I actually found that location just looking at the video. They gave a general address area. And it's literally right there. Look, so this is where the 2 people were shot underneath the bridge here. And then right here is this abandoned house. It seems like one of those houses that's they've probably tried to get rid of for years because it's no longer really a residential area whatsoever. But if you zoom in, that's exactly the porch. You can actually see people sitting on it in that one. Right here, let's see what the dates are. This is 2016. This is 2018 in June. If you go back to that video, you can tell that that's that house right there.
Says the man who was found shot to death on a porch this morning was Tony Williams. Meanwhile, local organizations that assist the homeless in Baton Rouge are taking precautions of their own. What's your message for the person that may be responsible?
Turn yourself in.
Baton Rouge Police Chief Murphy Paul telling whoever's responsible for killing 3 homeless people in the span of 2 weeks to fess up, confirming to WAFB that investigators believe the cases are
Maybe
connected.
it's a spree
We're
killer.
not going to give any specific details on how we believe those cases are connected, but that we believe they are. Like I said earlier, we are waiting on a confirmation. When we get that confirmation, we will make that available at the appropriate
Probably
time.
checking ballistics.
On December 13th, investigators found Christina
All
Fowler
right.
and Gregory Coker.
We've said that
shot to
1,000
death
times on the
under
channel,
North
Susanna.
Boulevard Bridge. Fast forward to this
Homeless
morning, the
people,
shooter left Tony
prostitutes,
Williams dead on the porch of an
they're
abandoned
all
home on North 18th
candy
Street,
for
just a
serial
few blocks
killers.
away from the first crime scene. All these victims were homeless.
We do believe that it was incumbent upon us to provide the public, the media,
Because nobody's looking.
and the service providers that provide services to our homeless community that there is danger in sleeping outside.
The sheriff's office, state police, ATF, and
I kind of want to hear this. It's only 8 minutes. How long is this? Hold on. Now 11 minutes long. It's the whole press conference.
The Baton Rouge Police Department today were dispatched to a location at North 18th Street near North Boulevard, Service Road, at approximately 10:22 a.m. this morning, following a call by a concerned citizen who reported that a person was down at that address. Officers arrived and found a black male who had been shot and killed. This location is 2 blocks from a double homicide that occurred on Friday, December 13th, when a white male and a female were found shot to death. The victims from both of these homicides appear to be homeless and therefore vulnerable. Both of these homicides have been aggressively worked by many BRPD detectives and officers from other BRPD divisions, as well as other assisting agencies. Following today's homicides, detectives and others met to discuss the details of both cases and evidence gathered so far in our investigation. And at this time, we believe that the homicides are connected. However, such connection cannot be positively confirmed at this time. If confirmation is made, further...
What are you referring to there, Melissa Maynard? What membership link to what? What is that? Is that the... I don't know what you're referring to there.
Information will be released at the appropriate time.
The podcast?
This investigation, both investigations...
But my podcast is called
active,
something different than that.
And no specific information will be released until it's prudent to do so.
It's called Scene of the Crime, Delphi.
We will continue to work these cases aggressively. Following today's homicide, we have been in contact with the Louisiana State Police and with our federal partners, including the FBI and ATF, to seek their assistance and expertise in our investigation. We will continue to reach out to any other agency.
What do you mean in the
that can
description?
assist
I don't know
us
what that means.
in our investigation. We ask the community for their help and assistance in
Oh,
providing
that's a user.
us with any
Oh.
information that they may have concerning these homicides. We're asking the citizens
You don't have to put
call
the at
Baton
thing,
Rouge
you
Police
just...
Department at 225-389-2000
Man, they get so confusing.
if you have any information, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
Right, there's somebody named that in the chat. Yeah, I get it.
Based on the information that we currently have, we do believe that it was incumbent upon us to provide the public, the media, and the service providers.
So even if you binge watch it, we're not going to be producing the episode because me and Morph actually talk about each of the episodes, but we're going to do that once a week. All right, so we already recorded the one for this episode, for the first episode, but you won't be able to, you'll have to go back on and listen to those as we put them out.
Is that provide services to our homeless community, that there is danger in sleeping outside. As we speak, our officers are contacting organizations
What are you talking about,
and
Polaris?
agencies
Jesus.
that provide services to the homeless community so that this
sound a
information
bit
can
tired.
be effectively
Get a good rest.
provided to them. I spoke with Mayor President Sharon Brum, and she's been briefed, and she has we have her full support as an agency in capturing the person or persons who are responsible for this horrific incident. Hiller?
Just I've been out to both of these scenes on 2 Fridays, 2 weeks apart, and if you were there, and there's several of you were there, you can see how many number
Well, then
of
don't make
detectives
stupid comments,
will work
and
in these
we
cases. We're
won't,
talking
we won't have
8
to
10
respond.
to 12, I think today,
Just do your own
maybe up
thing.
to
I don't need you to
12, as well
critique
as
how
other
I am or
officers who are
anything like
familiar
that, all right?
with our homeless community. They're very active in these investigations, despite these people being classified as homeless. These are very active, aggressive investigations. And I'd like to compliment the advocate on the newspaper report they did on the 2 individuals that were killed 2 weeks ago. And that article actually put a face on the 2
With
people
all
that were
due
killed and
respect.
homeless at the time and down on their luck.
I brought that up at
and to
golfing
be
yesterday. I
killed
thought it was
as
funny.
they were. It actually brought to life that this is a very difficult situation these people find themselves in. They're vulnerable, and we should try to do what we can to help them and assist them in any way that we can. And these are real people that have real families and have real lives. And so
Yikes,
the detectives
exactly.
know that.
When anybody
and they
makes
see that, and
comments
they
like
take
that,
this
it's like,
work,
wow, yikes, you know.
to heart. And they've been very good in the work that they've done. Baton Rouge has seen many people have killed multiple offenders over the years, and it's nothing new to us. We will continue to work out. As the chief said, we've reached out to many organizations. We'll continue to do so that we can even get maybe better educated by those agencies. So tell us how we can do things better. And for us to disseminate as much information as we can. Thank you all.
Are you telling me I need to go to jail, Melissa? Is that what you're saying?
Any questions?
Gentlemen, this is where I wanted. How troubling is this, and how important is it to get this person or people off the streets right now?
Well, obviously it's concerning to us. That's why we're having this press conference. It is important for us to get that information out to our homeless community because they are vulnerable. It's important to us, like I stated earlier, we got our federal partners involved. I personally spoke to the FBI and state police. We've also reached out to the sheriff's office. They are
Bail money for SOOO mean JLL 101.
dedicated
Okay,
resources
I'm bailed out.
to this investigation.
I thought I'd put myself in there for you, though.
Expedite and make sure that we exhaust all investigative leads.
That's right. Boo-hoo, Polaros.
I can't confirm that at this time. If he was actually sleeping, it's still under investigation.
Did there appear to be a struggle?
I'm sorry?
Did there appear to be a struggle?
I cannot provide any details of the investigation. It's still under investigation.
Were they all found the same way with all, I know the 2, I believe on the 13th were found shot in the head. What about this victim today?
Well, like I said earlier, we believe that these investigations, these 2 homicides, 3 homicides, 2, and then this one are related. We are not going to provide any specifics.
Same caliber,
as to the
I'm sure.
investigation, but it's important for us to let the homeless community know.
Geo,
we want them to be vigilant.
Profiling, I guess. They're right next to each other.
And help us communicate this message.
2 blocks away.
Everybody in our homeless community may not watch the news tonight. So that's why we've directed police officers to go out there and make those contacts as we're holding this press conference.
What about parole and gathering? Will there be an increase in parole in that specific area?
Yeah, you should probably take a rest, Sass Mayor.
Yeah, well, like I
You
said,
sound really tired.
Back in November, we increased patrols in
Yeah, I'm
those
just
areas.
kidding. Yeah, you sound. You didn't sound. You sounded
patrols
kind of
had
sick
already
on the call last night,
began
and you
prior
told us
to
you were.
this
So.
homicide occurring. Our mounted division, vigilant. We want those service providers to understand and help us communicate this message Everybody in our homeless community may not watch the news tonight. So that's why we've directed police officers to go out there and make those.
Good eye, mate. See you later, Pilatus. Yes, take a nap.
Yeah,
Good night,
like I
Pilatus.
stated earlier, we,
How'd I say that?
back
Was
in
that pretty good?
November, We increased patrols in those areas. We will continue with our increased patrols that had already began prior to this homicide occurring.
Yeah, go put some shrimp on the bobby.
Mounted division, as well as our SRT and our traffic division, those resources have been directed to that area based on some concerns from the community. That was more related to burglaries and other issues, why we increased that. And we also have 9 police officers that we just reassigned within the past couple of weeks to patrol that area as well. So we're going to continue with our increased patrols in that area.
So that was pretty bad? Okay.
There's no more
What the hell is this?
We know that they're connected.
Got 109,000, Pilatus.
Still waiting on the confirmation, but we believe that both of those incidents, those three homicides, are connected.
Have you identified the man's family?
Has not.
All 3 homicides are connected.
At this time, our detectives are in the process of.
And now, because they were located in the same spot, he'll probably find another part of town. If I was the police, I would put a stake out at every single homeless area in town for like a month. Undercover officers.
The information I've already provided, we're not going to give any specific details on how we believe those cases are connected, but that we believe they are. Like
Yeah,
I said earlier,
probably forensically with the ballistics, yeah.
When we get that confirmation, we will make that available.
Yeah, and they're waiting for the tests on the bullets and maybe the shells if they were there.
I know you said that you have people patrolling the area to let homeless people know. What about reaching out to agencies that deal with the homeless directly? Have you guys done that so far?
Yeah, that's what our officers are doing. In fact, we have Deputy Chief McKenna here. He's leading that effort.
Are there homeless people being shot in New Orleans
service
too?
Providers that provide services to the homeless or affiliated with the homeless community in any kind of way. And we're going to make those connections. Spoke to Healer. We're scheduling a meeting Monday to have a conversation with them. We're going to ask everybody in the homeless community who's associated any.
Hey, Lanky Tor.
To that meeting, so
you missed it. We gave $500 to EquuSearch, and the freaks. I was going to do 400, and they added 100. Even though they put more in, that'll just go to the next one.
Well, based on what I said,
The freak
these
family.
two are connected, and it appears that the 3 victims in this particular case were homeless.
Well, is Science Girl here? If not, who cares?
So just as we speak of this here, we're making those contacts. This happened today. This homicide happened
Grateful for kicking off a new year with the best true crime host out there.
Hey, thanks,
Smiling
Jessica.
face with smiling eyes.
Jessica Schubach.
all of our partners, those who are in the community service business for our homelessness, to provide any information they have. If you see something, say something. If you know something, tell us. Thank you.
Yeah, so it sounds like they think there's a connection. They're just waiting for ballistic tests, and then then they'll know that they're related, and then they'll have to, start investigating more. I mean, now they're related. I would do what I was saying, though. I would actually put undercover officers near other homeless people encampments around the area that they're aware of. Police officers and the police force are always aware of where all the homeless camps are. They drive by them often. Okay, now here was the Cheryl Coker it was just an article. I don't know if there's not really an update. It's just People magazine covered the Cheryl Coker case. So it gives it more exposure. And we've covered the Cheryl Coker case, and we covered it a lot when it happened. So if you missed any of that, you could go back and watch all my videos on Cheryl Coker where we, what I always think is funny is everybody goes back to the first video you make on a case and they go, hey, that's wrong, look at that's wrong. Yeah, I know, because that's the first one we were making. We were just trying to figure things out. See, my show, we actually investigate as we're doing the show, right? So as time goes by, things get more refined, you get better information, and then the later shows are really accurate. Okay? You try to be as accurate as you can right off the bat, but the information out there that you get might not be accurate in the newspaper even. And that's all we have, right? And, sometimes I do try to call people. Oh, yeah? Straight to heart? Yeah, I've seen you in here before, though.
This is my first super. I run the Cheryl Coker FB, Twitter and IG. Please follow and share. Cheryl's story will be on ID on 1/13, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Cool. Yeah, I was in communication with a lot of the family members early on, but it seems like as soon as the larger media stepped in, they quit. They wanted to focus in with them. I always think that's lame when family does that, because there's people that were helping you out when it wasn't big, and as soon as it becomes bigger, you don't want to forget the other people, because they were at least the people that put out the information early on, right? Yeah, I mean, we actually had a real accurate depiction of the story very early. Yeah, so that's one of the things that got kind of frustrating with that. Right. That's the thing, is as soon as mainstream media drops them like a hot potato, they'll be like, oh yeah, and then they'll move on because they covered it, and then it's not hot or anything, and they'll move on. Well, then you'll be like, hey, did you ever think of... Well, listen, you should have been there that whole time, right? Because we try to put the story together better than they do. Okay? That's the reality of it. They just want to put out the sensationalistic part of it instead of the logical, the entire explanation of how things were going. Like, we actually had it all mapped out. Hell, I can even go there right now. No, I can't. That's not where it would be. It would be down here. Oh, and by the way, the other girl the other day with the last name of Coker, the black lady who was pregnant, she was found safe. Yeah, so look at all the stuff we have on Cheryl Coker's case. And I even have where the surveillance camera shots are of the guy wearing the black when he was walking back behind the house here. I have the route that the guy in black was walking. He walked back here, then around like this. See, what's incredible is there's this guy on surveillance footage, and he actually walks back to their backyard after dropping off the same person who drove the car from the house, and the husband was there with his truck. They drove the car all the way over to the mall here and parked the car right in that position right here. There's two surveillance cameras, one on Clancy's Tavern, another one over here, and it actually shows a guy walking away, which is weird. They didn't show that originally, and that person walks like this. Well, then later on, that person ends up walking this way. So what they probably did was just walk right down the street. Maybe they cut in like this, but they could have just walked down the road here, cut across, and then they walked back like this, went back behind the house and here. So that's obviously the husband. There's almost like no doubt that that wasn't the husband there. And he's been the only suspect they have. They just can't find her body and prove it. I think they, the circumstantial evidence at this point is really strong. They actually have him in a, I don't know if it's a Walmart or a Target or something like that, wearing all black around that time. Like, I don't know if it was before or after that. But I think Cheryl Coker drove her daughter to school in the morning. And I think the school's over here. Like right here at this Stebbins High School. Like drove her, I think that's where it was. And drove her to school and then came back. And then apparently messaged some people when she got home. And then, I don't know, I can't remember what the 1035 to 1051 is. I think there was a reason I have that there. Oh yeah, I think that's, let's see, 1051. Yeah. Well, the car's seen here at 1052. So if I have 1051 there, I don't know if it would only take a minute to drive there, but I'll have to go back through and remember what the hell my timeline was. But it's a crazy case. I guess they were involved in some sort of a open relationship, her and her husband, and then he became too fond of one person, and then she ended up saying, hey, I just want a divorce. And he actually, the day of the murder, he had just got back from a trip that he took with Cheryl's other child, or actually with the child that she took to school. And also, he had taken the other woman to Florida. And then he comes back, and that very day, she disappears after the car is parked over here in this shopping mall here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I think they need a little bit more. He was probably smart, it sounds like, with his cell phone. Probably didn't have it on. But you definitely see the guy in all black walking this way, and then later shows up walking this right here behind the house. You see him on surveillance with 3 different camera shots, walk right by, and then is heading to the backyard of Cheryl Coker. Really obvious stuff. Okay. And then I guess we have this random, I don't know if we discussed this person or not, but it says Missouri teen who vanished after getting into vehicle is found dead in rural home 10 days later. McKenna Millhone vanished after getting into a car outside of a convenience store on December 20th. The body of a missing 19-year-old woman has been found outside a home in Springfield, Missouri, and police have deemed the death suspicious. The Greene County Sheriff's Office confirms they are handling the death of McKenna Millhone as a homicide. Millhone's remains were found Monday, 10 days after her family reported her missing. Police do not believe she has any ties to anyone living at the home behind which she was found. See? Right. So she was just dumped there then. This is a horrible tragedy, especially during the Christmas season. Our detectives are working closely with Springfield Police to determine the events that led to McKenna's death. Millhone was last seen December 20th getting into a black vehicle at the Come & Go convenience store in Springfield. Hey, thanks, Dottie-O. Detectives have been working the case ever since. All right, let me see if I can find more about this. Springfield, Missouri. Okay. Hey, thanks, Melissa Maynard. But man, you look really tired tonight, Melissa. I think you should go to bed. All right, good night. Yeah. Wow, you sound so tired, man. You really need to go to bed. Man, nobody commented on my rap. I thought, how were my raps last night on the show? Were they just that bad? I didn't see one comment on the video. Like, hey! Anyways, I tried to do Ice Ice Baby to a different beat. Although I did have a couple drinks, I'll be honest with you. Alright, let's see. Alright, well there's a couple of them there. Wow, look how many... I thought it was going to be easy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's like 10 of them. So now we're going to have to look up this story now. Let's see what happens. And her name is McKenna Millhone. Missing. Deputies said Millhone's body was found outside a home on the corner of State Highway H and Farm Road. Okay, let's try that. State Highway 8. H. Okay, so that's right there. So what I do is I'll just put a pin when I first just get the right highway. You know, there's 2 streets normally. And then Farm Road 88. So now we'll go do that. And right there. So we're pretty close at this point. It's right there. And so right in this area. So this house probably right there. It's really the only one in that area. And let me make a folder for her. Oops. Her name was... Okay. And then I'll put a pin right there. Yeah, and see that's an abandoned, this house doesn't even, well I don't even know, but this house doesn't even look occupied, does it? That looks like a, just an abandoned home. So that makes sense. That's exactly where you would dump a body behind an abandoned home like that. That's a cool looking home. I like the stone homes like that. But yeah, this house here is where I'm gonna guess that's where she was found, behind there. That's just a educated guess based on the article. The body of a 19-year-old woman, missing since December 20th, was found in a rural Greene County, Missouri. The Greene County Sheriff's Department identified the woman as McKenna Millhone, or is it Millhone, and said the Springfield Police Department had been investigating since she was reported missing. Now Greene County Sheriff Jim Arnott said both agencies were investigating Millhone's death as a homicide. This is a horrible tragedy, especially during Christmas season. The Springfield Police Department said Millhone was last seen at a convenience store at 10 p.m. on December 20th. She was seen leaving the store a few miles from where her body was found in a black vehicle. She contacted family the following day, saying she was the victim of a possible... Oh yeah, we did cover this one. Remember that one? Yeah, wow. So she actually got in that vehicle and then contacted family the following day saying she was the victim of a possible assault. Well, the sound was always here. You just lost it yourself. Yeah, so I remember this. We did mention it. Okay, let's see what this article said. Authorities in Missouri are seeking the public's help locating a teenager who vanished last week after getting into a car at a convenience store. Police said McKenna Millhone, 19, went missing Friday after she was seen at the Come and Go convenience store on North National Avenue. Okay. Good. That's where I was trying to find. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of them in here. That one's on Valley. This one's National. Let's just see if there's any more on that one. That one's also on National. And that one's on National. Oh, God. Could you guys be... So there's 3 of them. It'd be cool if you could get rid of the ones you didn't want. Okay, so there's that one. This one. It looks like there's 2 of them here. I bet you it's this one right here. Just because that one is right on it, you know. So she got in a vehicle there, and then they find her body literally just, wow, that's kind of crazy right there. If that's the Come and Go that she was at, they actually find her body just right up this road and boom, right there. There's another store even right there. Yeah, there's just psychos out there, man. She was seen getting into a black vehicle. Let me go to this article and see if they got more specific on that. On North National Avenue. Yeah, there's a whole bunch that were on North National Avenue though. That's the problem. But I'm gonna guess it's this one. They have that listed there, but I don't think that that's... Okay, so there's that one. That one. Oh, so that... Oh, okay. So National Avenue is a North-South Street. Okay, I thought that was right there. I see what they're doing. Well, it could be any one of these 3 then. That one or this one right there. Okay. So there's 3 of those stores all on that one road, and either way she ends up being found dead behind, I believe, that building right there. And that house, you can even just tell looking at that it's abandoned. Wonder what they're going to come up with on that one. All they have to do now is find the surveillance footage at that place of the vehicle. Wow. Wild night, man. We went through the entire... I drove back out to the Allison Watterson area to film a location that turns out wasn't quite right. And later, when I got back, I had two people that I communicated with that really filled in some of the gaps on that one. We heard the press conference on the case of the man that died in 1916, and they identified him using genealogy. He was an escaped convict, and then he was killed by somebody. I guess it's still an open case. He was accused of killing his wife. I can't imagine them getting really, hustling to solve that one now. It's sort of like that case during the Cheryl Coker early days. There was a body found about 8 miles out of town of a murdered pedophile. And I'm sure the police just got right on top of that one. They really wanted to help get justice for that right away. They just... Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it was a text message. Gen B, I don't know. Yeah, why not say, hey, hi, Mom, I think I might be a victim of an assault. It's just sort of a weird phrase. The way they worded that in the article, I don't think somebody would do that. And then we also heard that in the missing case of the two Rexburg children, that they... turns out Rexburg is the term that everybody's using, so I have to keep putting it in the titles and everything. So in the Rexburg case, that they just said, just show us proof that they're alive and we will quit following you. Because if they can prove that they're alive, nothing they're doing is illegal. That's the honest to God truth. But they probably can't show that. And they know that they're actually looking into him for the deaths of Tammy and Charles. Hey, thanks, Susan. Oh, you want to do it? Okay, here we go. Here I am. The gray-only face. Oh, boy. What do you got for me this time? What do you got for me? Oh, wait, I got to put it on the screen. There we go. There you go. Man, I'm so tired. Well, you should be able to now. Jesus. Oh, and then we also talked about the possible serial killer that's killing homeless people in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I need rest. Ugh. I always feel like that's sort of an insult, If somebody says, man, you sound really tired, you need to sleep. And you don't feel that way, right? Oh, wow. What the heck is this one? Ah! I was actually able to time that one. That was funny. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh. Oh. So what is this one right here? Without any respect at all, you sound really tired. Oh, it's The Exorcist? Oh boy. That's a weird one there. Oh, mouth beam. What does that mean though? Stealth vomiting? That doesn't seem very stealthy. It seemed really right in your face kind of thing. A tummy Gucci. Gucci, Gucci, goo. Remember that Star Trek episode with McCoy when he's There was like a baby in that episode, and then they went Gucci Gucci Goo. Mouth beam again! And then Spock tried to do it, and then Spock's like, Gucci Gucci Goo? Oh, that was good stuff. Oh, is that what it is? Like really, like, is that what when I'm so mean, is that what my mouth does? Oh yeah, maybe right after I ate anchovies, right? Ah! Yeah, bless your heart, yeah. No, you're fantastic, but... Wow, you guys just skip it right over to the next one? You didn't let the other one play out. Let's see, a unicorn with something. Rainbows and lollipops? Yee! Yeah, you should go watch Star Trek, the old one. It's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the mask and the unicorn one. They shouldn't let the other one come on. It should be more like how Super Chats work. Like it shouldn't just interrupt the other one. Love. Love and peace. Peace, hope, humanity. These are the things that make us human. That's what my friend used to say. Oh, God.
Hi, everybody. You're so cool. I tell you what, I've been doing true crime for a long time. I'm really smart. Ooh, boy.
And this one is, I am part of an ice cream cone with sprinkles on top. Where the hell did they come up with this one? Jeez. It's what flavor is that even? Like a gray ice cream cone with... Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. Here we go. Remember the Cylons? Man on the other battle, by your command. Yeah, come on, you had to love Battlestar Galactica, right? Yeah, so I figured. With who the hell were that? Buck Rogers and I don't know if it was Buck Rogers or who are the two main people? Yeah, Cylons. By your command. By your command. By your command, officer. Yeah, it's not too bad, but I used to practice out. Let me see if I can do it better now. By your command, the other battle. Yeah, that's right. Starbucks and the other guy. I forgot the other. Oh my God. Yeah, so we'll be playing Monopoly anytime now, and am I an inspector right now? Yeah, that's right. Apollo, right? That is a very, very nefarious face right there. Very. I'm gonna have to get a screen grab of that. Ding, 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 ding. Look at that, an alien on top of a creature. That's unbelievable. Thanks, Claudia Neubauer. Keep it up, she said. Yeah, I really don't know what to say here. Yeah, I'm, okay. I was just trying to imitate, lip sync that, but. There's your thumbnail. Yeah, which one? Ancient Aliens? the Barbarian. Man, you guys must have dug in and got one of those weird packages that come up with those masks that you were playing. Yeah, so now let me show you what I got. I got the oh. That's very interesting. I feel like this is sort of like a somebody from like 1860. You know? But it does follow your face if you turn it. It's pretty cool. Augmented reality. Yeah, mutton chops, right. Very interesting, Graham. I'll have to think about that, with all due respect. With all due respect, you idiot. This is what I think. Yep, nice pork chops. Well, I think that's about it for me tonight, everybody. It's been a little over 2 hours now. I didn't have any more to cover. But it was a very productive night, and you guys kicked ass, man. I was going to put $400 in for the channel, and you guys put in... Oh, wow. Hey, dude! Oh, Spicoli, right? Like, dude, man, you're radical. You're radical, dude. I like this one. I don't know why. Oh, boy. Yeah, so I was putting in 400, and then I said, if you guys put in another 100, I'll put that entire amount in there, and then boom, and then you did more than that, but that'll be used. I'll use that at the end of the month to help make that one a little bit bigger too. So basically, in reality, this month will probably be doing more like 700 or 800, even though we're really just sort of pushing this into this year. So I'm going to add that the 500 from today will actually be part of this year, and then we'll just start the tally for our channel. I'll keep it sort of on the main screen there. That definitely looked like Spicoli, though, didn't it? He had the right hair, the little nose, the zinc on his nose. Oh, God. I don't have a whistle, though. Bingo, bango, bongo. I don't even know what to do with this one. Dude! Like, when I was looking at the stars and everything, it was just so tubular. Like one star, and then there was another star, and then there was like a whole bunch of stars right after one another. Wow. I think this is how you guys pay me back for being so mean, isn't it? Like, I have to sit here. I just realized that. This is punishment. This should be my jail cell now. Where let me see what happens. I don't know if you're going to do another one, but if I put on the jail cell, I think it still works. Like if I'm behind... It does, look at that. What? Wow, even behind the jail cell, it still works. It's got some weird blinking thing going, but it does work. No, that's part of it. That actually... Hey, you got me in jail. That's pretty weird that it works behind the jail, huh?
Scene of the crime, Delphi, tomorrow, don't miss it.
Scene of the crime, Delphi. Yeah, then do not miss it. And then spread it around, like share it with everybody. Okay? Don't just go, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, make sure everybody is watching it, because I know there are so many people that want to watch this. Well, it's on, I think just in the morning. Apparently you can watch it right now. If you get the Insider Pass deal. I might even do a show tomorrow just in the middle of the day to tell everybody to go listen to it. Yeah.
You said that and I literally laughed so hard. Dang, now we're busted.
Uh-oh. Do I have a face on right now? That sounded like a face. I don't see it though. It sounded like a face deal. Well, what did you email me, the medicine? Just more stuff on that case? Because I'll just put it in the folder, but I'm not anywhere near even ready to even look at that one. I just want to have it so I can look at it at some point. No, the Delphi case. Okay. Well, what is it about? What is that? Is that just like lips? What is this one right here? Man. I don't know the answer to your question. We don't even know what kind of evidence they have there. So your email is just sort of an assumption. I think they must have some sort of DNA though. But anyways, yeah. So what was that thing? Oh, that was a whale. Okay. Wow. Oh, this must be a Lego blockhead. And look at it. It's even got, it looks like me anyways, right? It's got the headset on. It's got glasses and everything. Yeah, that one actually sort of just looks like me. Well, the mouth doesn't close on it. Wow. That really did look like me. Yep, same expression, like, what the hell is this? Yep, I guess I'm now starting to look like Legos. Everybody? Yeah, it is sort of your assumption, because you're acting like they're holding on to it. You don't know if they're holding on to anything. Yeah. They might be doing stuff with it. You asked it as if they are holding on to it, just how long? We don't know the answer to that question. So, yes. See, not human. Yep. Okay, good. Are you guys ready? You want to do the flyby now or what? I was letting you guys get me back. The punishments. Now you're Lego. You're that far behind, huh? Wow. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It doesn't really feel like punishment. I gotta figure out different voices and things to do when I get the different faces. Well, no, but they've said it many times in the public that, like Lesenby said they had DNA. We've mentioned it many times on the show. Okay, it sounds like they might have DNA. It's not something secret that you need to do a secret little email or anything like that. It's just, you know, Jerry Holman met with Robert Ives. I mean, not Robert Ives. He met with him many times, but he met with Paul Holes, excuse me, at CrimeCon, right? Well, why would you meet with Paul Holes? Paul Holes is an expert on solving the Golden State Killer using genealogy. So he talked to him about it. And Holman even said, well, you know, we got all kinds of DNA. It's just, we're trying to just sort through it. So that's out there. It's not secret information. But if it's something secret like that, you don't need to have me go stop the show to go look at it either. I'll go check it out later. You know, I'll see it in the email after that, and then I'll just respond to you. Okay? It doesn't, you know, it just sort of creates this intrigue when there really isn't any. Yes, everybody loves Paul Holes. Yeah, this right now, yeah, it's like if I don't have a mask, now I look weird, right? It's kind of like when people smoke so much dope and pot, right? Like there's people out there that smoke so much pot that when they aren't high, they're high. You know what I mean? Like they'll actually be like they'll wake up in the morning and look at you and go, "Whoa, this is what you feel like? Holy shit." Okay, back to reality again. You see? Yeah. Like there are people that are just stoned 24/7, except when they're sleeping. I'm actually thinking that when they're sleeping, they put an IV in with liquid THC just to not break it up at all. Whoa. This is what you feel like? Yeah. Everybody else feels like this. Okay. Time to go back to, where was that? What's the name of that one place that was in the movie with dun 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 dun, you know, that little rock where you fly around? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You remember that? Yeah. Yeah, Devil's Tower. I want to do that one again. Yeah. There we go. You can't see it, of course, but I'm going to have a fun time flying around. I don't even know how much time. I'm going to need like 20 minutes to read through this the super chat thing here. Hold on. Wow. Jesus. All right, I'm going to try to do it like an auctioneer. Hey, and thank you, Melissa Maynard, Heather Graham, Barbara Smith, Amy E. Esselbaum, Paisley Dreams, Rachel Ann, The Medicine Man. Wait, what does it say? It's Medicine Man. What is the whole name? Why does it just say The Medicine on there? I know that's not what it is. He just said it a second ago. I just sent you an email, by the way, back. Oh, yeah, it is just the medicine. Okay. The medicine. Curious Georgia. Sabrina Rodriguez. Madonna. Shazzy D. Claudia Neubauer. Danielle. A. Malloy. Marette Sky. Wombat Dundee. Kelly 78. Ohio Italian Lady. Jamie Lynn. Logical Contradiction. Lisa Bevan. JoJo. Goldie K. Goldie K again. Laura Lee became a member. Cairo. Barbara Smith. Sean Beecham. Melissa Maynard. Sean Beecham. Barbara Smith. Sean Beecham. Melissa Maynard. Melissa Maynard again. Hey, thanks, Melissa Maynard. Jessica Schubach. Straight to Heart. Dottie O. Melissa Maynard again. Claudia Neubauer, as I say. Or it's Claudia Neubauer, like that. And then Cairo and Melissa Maynard. Then I'm going to go over to my Gmail. And we've got... Wow. Hold on. Is this all from today? Jesus. Let's see. Kay Clark. Melissa Maynard again in there. I think these are actually the those masks, though. Kay Clark. And then Kay Clark again. Kay Clark. Patricia. Melissa again. Cairo. Melissa. Patricia. Now I know who's getting me. Who was getting me in there. All right. Cairo. Amanda Belg. Or no, it's Belgard. Yeah, it's Amanda Belg. Yeah, that's what I used to call her. And then Patricia. Melissa again. And then Cairo. Wow. Then yes, and then on PayPal, someone named Jennifer, she said, Gray, we love you. I'm sorry I haven't been around, but I would love it if you and Mrs. Hughes had a dinner on me. Oh, and that was... Oh, well, I didn't know who that was, but thank you. I won't even say who that was. But hey, thank you. All right, I didn't mean to... say that original name, but wow, that was so kind of you. Thank you very much. It was $100. I won't say who that really is in the chat. Okay. Hey, thanks, Robin Frost.
Sorry I'm late, folks. X.
Yeah. Man, you guys are amazing. Crazy. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. We're going to do the flyby now. After I find the music. Furious Freaks. How perfect was that? That we're called the Freaks, and the music that I randomly picked was just happened to be called Furious Freaks. Okay. There has to be meaning. Oh, thanks, Lanky Tor. Dun, 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 dun. Now I'm gonna make you guys dizzy. Woo-hoo-hoo! I think it's one of the ones that Cairo talked about. One more trip. There it is. There it is. There is the Nebulae Egloglogloogloo. Seen that one a couple times now. We'll try not to, Dennis. We'll try not to. All right, everybody. Thank you all for showing up tonight and putting all those faces on my face. And then also making it so that our channel was able to donate $500 to the Texas EquuSearch, and we got a good start on the end of the month. All right. So, everybody, that is the show for tonight. And hey, I really appreciate all the support. All right, and thanks everybody who's becoming members of the channel. All right, everybody, thank you very much. And until next time, be safe out there, and don't forget to watch Scene of the Crime.